Have you ever needed a good reason to play music? For us, guitar enthusiasts, that may seem like a silly question, but for most people it is not. As a matter of fact, many people do need a good reason to start playing music, and to be honest with you, if you ask most guitar geeks out there, many of them cannot express in words why they play music. So that's the reason I have compiled for you a list of 10 reasons why you should be playing more music. Hello guitar heroes, welcome to the channel. My name is Ferreira, guitar player from Brazil based out of LA, and this is 10 reasons why you should be playing more music. Number 1, music is a great outlet for stress. We will always remember the great zombie apocalypse of 2020, and for those who made it through, like myself, we had to deal with new amounts of stress, unprecedented amounts of stress. And to be completely honest, if it weren't for art in general, none of us would have made it. I'm talking about TV shows, movies, and of course, music. Don't forget there's no such thing as TV shows or movies without music as well. That's why guitar sales spiked like crazy throughout the pandemic. People were in desperate need to fill their time with something that was fulfilling, meaningful per se. So if you're going through a great deal of stress right now in your life, playing a musical instrument is a great outlet for all that stress. Reason number 2, plain and simple, music has the great ability of making you happy. I don't want to go into the psychological explanation of why this happens, but who hasn't been walking down the street feeling terrible, having a terrible day, in a very foul mood, and all of a sudden felt happier after listening to a single song? That just happens, and playing a musical instrument is a great way of bringing you closer to music, actually giving you a more intimate relationship with this wonderful form of art that gives you the power to feel happier more often. Number 3 is for those high-performance aficionados out there. Music is very challenging to the brain. Whenever you see somebody playing a musical instrument effortlessly, make no mistake, that was not achieved over the course of days, weeks, or even months. Just like any high-performance athlete that you may be a fan of, playing music very, very well and fluidly demands a lot from you. It takes a lot of passion, dedication, and hard work. So if you consider yourself a high-performance achiever, playing a musical instrument will take your brain to the next level. Number 4, music is socially bonding. Picture yourself in a social gathering where you don't know anybody. All of a sudden you see somebody that draws you in, that looks interesting, and you want to strike up a conversation. So you go over there, you introduce yourself, and you have to start talking about something. I bet that the best way of connecting with somebody and actually bond with that person is by talking about your musical background. There is so much you can learn about a person just by talking about their musical tastes and sharing stories about favorite concert, best artists, and so on and so forth. So not only music is great to you, it's also a great way of meeting new, interesting, exciting people. Reason number 5, music is universally bonding. And what do you mean by universally bonding, you may ask yourself? Simple. Have you ever been in a room where nobody speaks the same language that you do, yet you do have to communicate with those people? Well, let me tell you a quick story. Once I was thrown in a room with a bunch of musicians from all over the world. The fun part? None of them spoke either English or Portuguese, my native language, so we had to communicate through music. And we jammed and had a good time for hours and hours without saying a single word. What other activity allows you to do that? Number 6, music goes deeper than words. On the last reason, I talked about music as a tool to overcome language barriers. Right now, I'm talking about conveying a feeling without explaining it. Have you ever listened to a piece of music that was so beautiful that gave you goosebumps, or took you to a nostalgic place, or even brought you to tears just by the sound of the notes arranged in a particular way? If not, That's okay, but I want you to try and think about the power that music has to boost performances in movies and TV shows. If it weren't for the beautifully written score behind very iconic scenes, they would not be as iconic. Can you imagine Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho without that classic sound? Or Star Wars without that beautiful opening theme? I bet you cannot. So when words fail, music speaks. Seven, music is the best companion there is. Throughout the 2020 pandemic, we humans had to learn how to be lonely again. And by lonely, I mean really, really lonely. Some people haven't even left their rooms for 3 months. And that can be scary as hell, but bear with me, you are not truly alone. Fortunately, through technology, you have access to every piece of music ever written on the planet at the palm of your hand. So no matter what you're doing right now, where you're at, or where you're going, you will always have music with you, no matter what. That way, you're never truly alone. Number 8, music allows you to express yourself. When you first start playing a musical instrument, all you want to do is jam to your favorite songs by your favorite artists. But after a while, you start to develop to a point where you want to say something through your instrument. It becomes more of a way than just reproducing what you heard before. It becomes a way of you creating things that speak to your personality and to your emotional status. That's when people start to improvise and write music on their instruments. And that is a beautiful thing. It's very democratic in the sense that everyone can do it regardless of their level on the instrument. And that includes you. Number 9, music is personal. Who doesn't have that one artist that you listen to but you're embarrassed to admit because everybody will make fun of you? Guilty pleasures, they call it. The beautiful thing about any art form is that there are no rules and you get to enjoy whatever you enjoy, no matter how complex or simple, sophisticated or silly a piece may be. Sometimes that piece contains the information that speaks to you and that makes your heart beat faster. And when that happens, there's only one thing you should do, and that is to turn the volume up. And last but not least, and most important of all, number 10, music is fun. There are very few things in this world that are more fun to me than playing my guitar. It is something that I absolutely love and I would never change it for anything else. Music is one of the very few activities in the world that you can pick up on right now just because you like it. Most things out there have a degree of need in them, and music is not one of them. It's purely driven by passion and enthusiasm, and you can be a part of that as well. So if you're looking for a reason to play the guitar, look no further. I already gave you 10 reasons, out of which you only need one to start right now. This video is sponsored by Positive Grid and is a way of celebrating over 300,000 Spark amplifiers sold. So regardless of you being a musician already or looking forward to becoming one, I highly recommend you check out the Spark series of amplifiers by Positive Grid. this is a Spark Mini. It's a great solution for you to take your music with you everywhere, not only with a great amplifier with amazing sounds, but also an incredible Bluetooth speaker. And to celebrate this 300,000 milestone even further, the good friends from Positive Grid have provided me a link that I'm going to leave at the video description. That link will take you to the website where you can find very special offers in regards to the whole line of Spark amplifiers. So wait no further, click down below and check those out. Now I'm going to play you guys out with some great tones that you can achieve with Spark Mini. And of course, all of those can be found in the tone cloud. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.